Fucking Bulls, man. I think it's time. I think it's time. Might be time to just blow that team up. I think it's time to just blow that team up.
It's been time to blow that team up for the last 15 years, bro.
Well, I mean, they blow it up. They keep recycling the same type of.
They get talent.
Yeah.
They get
we
talent
got
and do nothing with it.
and do nothing with it unless the talent have to be like Jordan. Like it's got to be so undeniable, and that's so once in a lifetime to get. You know, because certain players out, you know, like Jordan is so good, whatever coach, he gonna be Jordan, you know, but it's certain, it's not too many of those. You get a Jordan, you get a LeBron, you get a KD, and then it's them, and then they go to whatever teams, and then everybody else is like a mid-tier star type person and maybe getting close to those levels, but it's only them few guys.
If you're watching them play, they don't look like a cohesive unit, and it don't look like the coaching. It doesn't look like they've taken to the coaching well either. Like if you watch like you got a big man that's averaging 17 and 11, shoots 38% from the 3-point line, 83% from the free throw line. Like, why is he not involved to the point where he's averaging 20 points or more?
Right.
Because they don't have any cohesion. They're not a cohesive team. They don't know how to put together cohesive teams. I'm telling you, all that falls on leadership. Exactly. Leadership is how you get that cohesion.
You got Zach LaVine, you got DeMar DeRozan. Y'all mean to tell me y'all don't know how to run a pick and roll through Vucevic and make sure that they know how to use the pick or the roll to get their own bucket.
That's a bar.
Get him a bucket or pass out and get a 3-point shot. Like, man, this stuff is not. It's the same shit because Malone did for years.
But the shit that's so frustrating is if you look at their personnel on paper, they really put a team together that's very similar to the Denver Nuggets, and we're not doing shit with it. It is sad because we seeing what them niggas is doing. Because Vucevic, he is a good passer. Like, they need to feed stuff through the post more through him and all this stuff out. But you know what? Billy Donovan is one of them coaches that can take you to a certain level, and then you got to get a different person. Because he had the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he couldn't do shit with them. And he had KD and fucking Russ, like,
and James Harden. I'm gonna say it again, man. And I learned this from an NFL player, and he said this: there are only 5 to 7 organizations in every sport that actually want to win, and you know they want to win by the moves they make. He said, if you pay attention to every team that's trying to win and not fill seats, if you're looking at them and you're paying attention to how they put teams together, you will understand who really wants to win. You see the way Boston started structuring things. You see the way Miami structured things when they had D Wade and LeBron. You see how each team actually structures their team to win. If you're paying attention to it, you know there's only 5 to 7 teams that actually want to win.
Miami is a good example because even after Wade, Pat Riley trying to put together a winner. He don't like losing. He be like, if they have some off seasons, it's because they like, all right, we got to reload, get some draft picks or whatever. But he right back in it.
Yeah, and they tried with the new roster. They tried with the new roster in Miami, but the Bulls, man. Okay, when they gave Buddy $200 million or whatever it was, I was like, man, he good, but he ain't
that good. Yeah, LaVine.
Do you think that the Bulls, the actual team, doesn't respect the hierarchy that they run in?
They've never respected that hierarchy, and I don't think they've ever put the proper people in place to make sure
establish that hierarchy. Yeah.
If you look at the teams that are winning, they got shooting coaches, they got dribbling coaches, they got all these different guys that know how to make sure that you get into your bag. Right? Look at Jordan Poole that just took off over at Golden State. They are not saying, yo, you got to ride the bench for the first 4 or 5 years of your career. Yo, you can ball. Go ahead, my guy. We'll give you 10 minutes. And if you play better, we'll give you 15, 19. This man just got paid, what, 150 million, 160 million?
And he come and see Jordan Poole is such a weapon because Curry like to get hurt, but now you got a motherfucker who can really
don't say that he don't like to get hurt.
Well, you know what I mean. He's just an injury-prone player. Yeah. Always have been. Yeah. So to have that in your back pocket is like money because he could always come off the bench in effect. But then if he got to start, he fuck around, hit 40. He's done it. We've seen him do it, so they got a nice little situation there.
Especially with Clay still, struggling to find his niche out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think as far as the Bulls go, man, I think it's just like an overall management down. It goes all the way down the line. Like who's in charge of player development, like real player development? Who's looking at these guys saying, "Hey, I need you to work on your dribble. I need you to work on shooting more. I need you to work on getting to the cup more. I need you to work on being able to take charges and play through it." You know what I mean? Who's making sure these guys are in that gym?
Consider like the level agent they have in their pocket too. Most of them, their agents might not even be like those agents that compete at the highest level. So because those agents are the ones that kind of help push for those negotiations and things added to their contract so they can have access to the things that's going to make them great. And like if you get the opportunity to actually climb the ranks, that's why I was asking about the hierarchy thing, because you know that looking over at Golden State, everybody who you can name, if you know their name, if their household name, and you know exactly what their contribution is, they got an awesome fucking agent. You know what I'm saying? So that means that there's a hierarchy that's respected amongst all of them. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lakers lack. The Lakers lack it because you won't get a bigger agent than the agent LeBron got. You see what I'm saying?
Also, when you look at Golden State, they even said it. We put the time in to build this stadium, but not just build the stadium, to build things around the players so the players can develop. We want them to be good and we want them to stay. We don't want Steph to leave. Like we want him to be a warrior for life. We want Clay and Dre to be warriors for life. So we're doing everything we can to make sure that they stay here.
Keep them in the house.
Yeah. And we'll just build around that. And when it's that time to go, then we'll have Jordan Poole step in. We'll have what's the other, the taller brother, Kevon, and Wiseman. Yeah. We'll have those guys step in as they get ready, as they slowly slow down, and it's their time to just step back. But when you look at the Bulls, you look at them, you go, "Oh man, what the fuck is going on over here, bro?"
Well, I will say this for Golden State, they had a anomaly type thing happen. Like they were really, really good. Had some injuries, had some kind of boo-boo seasons, but didn't really lose people. It was just hurt. So then they got these great picks in between, but also made some smart moves because Jordan Poole wasn't a pick. He was a very low pick or something like that they developed. He was like one of them Jimmy Butler.
I think he came to like the developmental.
Right. But Wiseman, they fucked around, got like the number 1 pick, a number 2 pick one of the years when Steph was hurt, so they done had some good breaks for sure. Oh shit.
Definitely, but they made it work. It ain't like they just said, "Oh, well, we just gonna let all this fall." No, they did the work. Look at Boston. Boston dude gave up everything in the world just to get 80 million first round top of the line draft picks and ended up with the squad that he has now, which is a decent squad, but he could have made better moves. But they're still balling out over there. You know what I mean?
Oh, like, Boston, they gonna be all right.
Hey, look at this. Who expected Giannis to turn out like that? But the person that was working him out,
Lord,
who saw that besides the people around him that said Giannis keeps saying he wants to keep getting better every year. And then the statement he made 2 years ago when he won, he says, "I don't want to have friends." He said, "I'm not here to do that. I'm here to work. I want to get better and better."
And Giannis